So you went through high school, middle school, maybe you went to college, and you plugged into a system for generating income. You may not thought that you did, but you did. And most likely, you're a wage earner. Most likely, you're over here. You're employed by someone. You created yourself some talent, a degree, an education, or a high school diploma, or even no high school diploma, and you have a talent of flipping burgers, or greeting people at Walmart, or maybe contract work, whatever level of education you have, that directly translates to how much you get paid for trading your time for money. And you're in this employment sector. Most people are as wage earners. Nearly a little over 8 out of 10 individuals work in the wage earner category. And then you have professionals. They're still wage earners, but they traded a lot more of their time to create a higher talent profile. They maybe spent an extra 10 years beyond everyone else to become a doctor or an attorney, or get their MBA and become a consultant, a financial planner. Whatever the case may be, they're a professional, and they get paid a lot more for their time. They also have a lot more risk. If anything ever happened to that license, guess what? They have no money coming in, and they have $1 million in student loan debt. With risk comes greater reward, but still a very risky track. And you're still trading your time for money until you retire and can no longer trade your time for money because you don't have the health to enjoy it anymore. The last piece is a contractor. So people usually think construction when it comes to contract work, which can be highly profitable, which has a very low barrier for entry. Nearly anyone can get hired and very quickly learn the trade. However, it has a very small and short shelf life. Contract work does. It's high risk. You may not be able to maintain it for more than a few years or a few decades. Also, think of the other contract work. I've worked as a contractor. You work as a consultant for companies, teach companies how to make money, teach individuals within companies how to sell, how to manage, how to grow. Think Mitt Romney. He was a contractor. He would contract with companies and get paid very well for it. So this contract work can be highly profitable, but carries even more risk, and you're still in the wage earner category. You're still employed by someone. You still have to answer to someone else, and you never are able to maximize your time and create more income from it. Which brings us to the business side. So you can start a business. That's great. You start to leverage other people's time and money, but let's take a look at the different business structures. You have traditional. Think brick and mortar, retail. Also think the death of retail. Think of these big behemoths like Circus City and Blockbuster that died because of how hard it is to be successful in the traditional business model. And you as a small business owner are competing against companies that have billions of dollars and are unsuccessful with their billions. It's very hard to find a good niche category to be successful in this. The cost is very high. The cost of entry for financials and time is drastically high, and most of them fail. 80% are gone in 5 years, and that's with all the tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars they had to put into it. Next, we've got startups. Startups are still technically a traditional business. You still have an office, you still have a location, but guess what? Your high-end expectations are through the roof. Everyone wants to do a startup right now. Why? Well, Facebook, Instagram, Tesla. These are all startups. They are a little lower cost initial entry point. They start small, and as an employee with a startup, if you've ever been one, you know you're required to do a million different things. You're not working in a traditional business sense. And everyone wants to do them because some of them make billions of dollars. Guess what? Even more startups fail than traditional businesses. 95% in under a year are gone. Most of them because the owners didn't have enough money to make it for their own personal finances, not for the company. They had to take money out for themselves. The next one, we have the online sphere. So with an online business, it's drastically different. You probably see these all over the place being pitched them online. An online business, you can target a larger market. You have scale, maybe the whole entire world. You target this market, and you can do so just from home on your laptop. Very low cost of entry. You're talking a grand for a good laptop, $50 a month for an internet connection. Or maybe you go to the library and do it all for free. So this is a very popular business model. But even more people fail at this. They can increase their chances by paying someone to teach them how to do it. Paying a guru. There are thousands of them out there that will charge you hundreds or thousands of dollars and teach you the ropes, teach you how to create this online business, teach you how to market it, teach you how to grow. But then you have a higher cost of entry and you're falling into more of the traditional business sense. Pretty depressing, right? The last one though, network marketing. Network marketing is the biggest failure of all the business models. Over 99% of people will never make a dime at it, but they'll spend a lot of money and put a lot of hopes and dreams into it. So what is this depressing video for? Well, it's to show you that it's a tough world out there. The current lifestyle status quo doesn't give you a lot of opportunity for success. Your odds are less than 1% traditionally, depending on what type of business you choose, to leverage other people's time and money, to create something and give back to the world, to not just simply check into being an employee, to being a slave to some company or some boss and having to beg for time off like you're a little toddler. If you don't want to do that, you got to go over here, but then you have the high risk and sometimes a very low reward. There is a better way. The Lifestyle Rebellion was created to rebel against this lifestyle status quo that you all have to participate in. We work outside of this system. We have our own system for creating wealth and generating income. It utilizes some of the resources here, utilizes some of the different income generating systems that we've covered, but it blends them in a way that has been untouched, hasn't been seen yet. It leverages common daily activities that you're doing right now to generate a permanent residual income. I encourage you to check it out, lifestylerebellion.com. Enjoy.